So we have made it to another financially free Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I am Wade Teamer, and of course, you're watching the Digit Hustle News. Now, of course, the main topic of this video, guys, we are going to talk about XRP, guys, because there are some things and some stuff that is coming to the XRP ecosystem in a very short amount of time, guys. We're also going to go over the situation with Dfinity. Okay, this has been developing over the last week or so. Now, one, of course, as you can see here, ICP is getting into the metaverse and they're getting into gaming, but there's a inner quarrel, okay, going on in the Dfinity Foundation, guys. We have had a fork of ICP come into existence this week, and we're going to talk about that, guys. Also, we're going to be going over a very, very pressing issue when it comes to all crypto holders in the United States. Today, the House of Representatives are going to vote on the two very important bills, one being the human infrastructure and the other one being the overall infrastructure bill. One is like Build Back America Better or something like that. But the one that we need to focus on is the $3 trillion infrastructure package. Okay. If you've been with this channel for a while, you know that I have been keeping an eye on Mr. Biden because this infrastructure package, everybody's focusing on the crypto taxation part. Okay. Yeah, it sucks, but it's the monetary system we live in. Okay. However, what people are overlooking is where that $3 trillion is going to go over the next 10 years, guys. So we're going to talk about that, guys. And we also got some metaverse news, guys. It's going to be real quick, but Chinese companies are rushing to register metaverse related trademarks. Okay. Now, this highlights a very important discussion that needs to be had, because I remember bringing this up a few months ago when the NFTs were going crazy when it comes to trademarks and licensing. Okay. So we're going to talk about that, guys, but I'm going to get something out of the way first because I feel a certain way about this. Okay. Kroger is accepting Bitcoin Cash, but they're not. Now, we saw this play out before a couple months ago with Litecoin. Okay. A few months prior to that, it was Amazon. One time, that can be given to coincidence. Two times, there's a pattern forming. But if you do this three times in 1 year, come on now, you're laying breadcrumbs. That's really how I feel about this. Kroger says that the Bitcoin press release was fraudulent. Who's putting out these fraudulent postings, guys? Who's putting out these fraudulent postings? I immediately saw this headline, and the first thing I thought about was, okay, 2022, we're going to see it. We're going to see it. Okay. This was just a tester, because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't Walmart take Litecoin if they already have a Bitcoin ATM there? Why wouldn't Amazon start accepting cryptocurrencies where they're already online anyway? Okay. Just wanted to get that out the way, guys. That was a personal thing that I felt that I needed to address. But let's get over to the what I think is very, very pressing, guys. The crypto industry House votes on infrastructure bill today, guys. So like I was saying in the briefing, this is an important decision. Now, essentially, what's going to happen, guys? The bill is going to go through, okay? Because all of the invested interests, the money is there. They know why this needs to go through. They already have the plan, okay? We know their plans. So this is going to go through, and what's going to happen is that going into 2022, because none of that taxation that people are talking about is going to come into effect until next fiscal year, okay? So this means that in the time between then, we are about to start seeing it's going to activate a utility run in crypto, okay? Because once they're able to tax it, then they can classify it, define it, and regulate it, okay? So that means that we're going to be seeing a whole lot of projects that are backed, secured, regulated, and based off of utility really start to come up and arise above the rest of this market. Okay. This will bring in the commercialization of crypto regulation, guys. So, and to address what's in this bill that's being voted for, again, out of the 3 trillion, I believe it went up to, it's about 3.5, but he was looking for 5, came out with 3.5. But another thing that I want to remind you of is that in this infrastructure bill is the money for the IoT space, is the money for 5G. It's the money for the energy plans that they have getting ready to prepare by January. Okay. A lot of the things that are coming out of this infrastructure bill reflect technologies that we talk about on this channel and in the crypto space all the time. That is why I brought this to your attention, guys, back in January, back in February when he first announced it. Okay. Because I knew where it would take us. And since then, we have seen it all. We've seen it all, guys. It's been a hell of a journey this year. Okay. Keep in mind, we are less than 60 days away from 2022, guys. I can't wait to the New Year's Eve. I'm thinking about doing a New Year's Eve live stream. I don't know. I might. Let me know how you would feel about that down in the comments. But let's move forward to this story, guys, because this is going to have a major impact on the metaverse. Okay. Chinese companies rush to register metaverse related trademarks. Now, I can simplify this for you really quickly. A lot of Chinese companies are now about to register trademarks for their brands because they're going to get into the metaverse. So what that means is that there are about to be a lot of big name IPs, maybe Disney, maybe Microsoft, maybe what's big, Konami. This would even allow for Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Bakugan, whatever, to come into the metaverse. Okay. That's what this is going to create. So if Chinese companies are coming into the metaverse with trademarks, then the metaverse run is going to come from that side. It's going to come from the projects that have a base in China. Okay. And that's in the Asian Pacific region, that part of the world. Okay. So we're really talking about Binance. All right. Neo, even, as well as VeChain. VeChain, I heard, is getting ready to launch a decentralized exchange in a couple months. That's going to be big. So this is going to essentially legalize companies' entry into the metaverse. Okay. That was another thing that went under the radar with this whole Facebook Meta situation. He was able to do that because Meta had been trademarked. And he probably had the trademark for it earlier in the year, because I don't know if you guys have ever done it, try to do a trademark. It takes a long time. It costs a bit of money, and it takes at least 8 to 10 months, sometimes a year, if you have to dispute something. So forbid that. But that's what this means, guys. And that makes it even more exciting, okay, for our metaverse projects, because now, unlike with the DeFi space and the NFT sector, the metaverse will have clarity. It will be regulated in a sense, because what we will see in the metaverse is intellectual properties. We're not dealing with securities or stuff like that in the metaverse. We're just dealing with IP. Again, bringing us back to the whole reason for NFT technology in the first place: IP protection, copyrights, stuff like that, guys. Okay. So this is going to be big for the metaverse. All right. Now, let's break down this ICP Dfinity situation, because of course, you guys know ICP is also one of my holds. I really like this project based off of not only the tech and the fact that they're bringing smart contracts to Bitcoin, but the rooms and the figures and faces that also go with the Dfinity Foundation, guys. But this headline states that they are partnering with United Esports to launch internet computer gaming program. So this is essentially going to open up the ICP blockchain to gaming and the metaverse, guys. They actually have a couple protocols that are being developed. Well, they have a couple of dApps actually that are centered around gaming, but they haven't really taken it to the next level as of yet. So with this will give them added power to then do that, guys. But it won't come easy because, like I mentioned before, there was a hard fork. Now, this is interesting because I haven't seen one of these in my 2 years in crypto. The Bitcoin Cash thing came years before me. Ethereum Classic came years before me. But what is the pattern that we see when coins fork from another coin? The coin that they forked from rallies. Okay? Just two examples right there. The difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and SV and gold and all the other Bitcoins, they forked off and Bitcoin rose. Okay? Let's see. Ethereum Classic, a fork from Ethereum. And the story is a lot similar to that situation where the people who are supporting ICPR, and this token will be launching, I believe, Q1 of 2022, maybe Q2, because they're trying to get the original ICP investors that want to be a part of this. They're trying to get them onboarded first, and then it'll go to the market afterwards. But the storyline with this is simply, it's a lot like what happened with Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. The argument was Ethereum wasn't decentralized enough. Of course, that is the passion point. The core of cryptocurrency is decentralization. So that caused a split in the community. The community that split off created Ethereum Classic, and here we are today. Now, both protocols offer, good usage, good use case, good technology, good advantages to them, but we see which one is the strongest. We see which one has the institutional investing, the institutional backing, the one that everybody is making money from. Okay, not that you can't make money with Ethereum Classic, I personally have, but it's I'm telling you those things to highlight what we could be potentially seeing when it comes to the Dfinity Foundation and the ICP token. Okay, if the events play out much like with much usual with other hard forks, then that would mean that ICP is about to get ready to break away from its decentralized partner and separate itself. Okay, so that is why I wanted to share that with you guys. A hard fork in crypto is a rare event, and when we get to watch it unfold, it's kind of cool, guys. But let's get to the main event. I told you at the beginning of this month, guys, I was going to be focusing on XRP, and it's for a valid reason. Everybody's talking about the metaverse right now. They're not paying attention to the other sectors that are about to make their claim. Okay. But the reason why I'm focusing on XRP, guys, is because of the subtle movements that they are making behind the scenes, behind closed doors, starting with this wrapped XRP. Okay. Now, this news came out yesterday. A couple other YouTubers talked about it. Of course, as usual, they never go all the way in. This situation is actually tied into, I believe, these next two stories. Is Ripple's XRP lawsuit behind Cash Labs CBDC trial in Brazil, as well as Warren Buffett backs RippleNet's new bank while the SEC case drags on. Now, right away, guys, there are a lot of blaring details in these three stories, starting with Warren Buffett backing RippleNet while they're in a legal battle with the SEC. Warren Buffett, if you don't know, is the GOAT when it comes to investing. I personally don't, believe that, but coming into this space, the legacy investors, they still have a very, very heavy influence in the space. Okay. So if Warren Buffett is coming into this space, it's going to be important because not only of the weight that he carries, the fear and greed index that we use in crypto is based off of his philosophies, but him coming into the space and showing interest in it, and he seems to have a lot of interest if he's building a bank. Okay, which I also did a video about that too, titled Warren Buffett's Crypto Agenda. It was set to come out around this time, and now we see more developments of it. Okay, but it states that Warren Buffett's conglomerate Berkshire Hathaway has invested 500 million, $500 million, in Brazilian's digital bank, Nubank. This same bank is getting ready to support CBDC trials in Brazil. And who is working with Brazil when it comes to CBDC? Ripple. Okay, so that would make sense why wrapped XRP is coming to Ethereum, guys. It says that if everything goes as planned, we can expect to see wrapped XRP on Ethereum blockchain before the end of the year. So if they're looking to wrap XRP on Ethereum, which is the king layer for decentralized finance, okay? Not to mention Berkshire Hathaway is invested in Ethereum as well, if not them directly, some of their companies. But if Wrapped XRP is making its way to Ethereum, which will bring DeFi capabilities to XRP, which is also going to be used for CBDC payment rails in Brazil, as well as the new bank that is going to be in Brazil backed by Warren Buffett. At this point, the SEC case does not matter because it's not affecting Ripple as a company. It's not affecting XRP as an asset. And you can tell by developments like this. Okay. XRP will be on Ethereum's blockchain by December. And here's another thing. Guess who is making this happen? Hex Trust. Okay. If you don't know, Hex Trust, Asia's leading digital asset custodian. In the last couple of weeks, we discovered that they are partnered with Hedera Hashgraph, Stellar Lumens, Tezos, as well as Solana. Oh, and Celo. Okay. So, piecing all of this together, guys, XRP, I'll say this, we are one step closer, definitely, not just to the resolution of this case, but XRP being recognized for what it was intended to be used for back in 2012. Okay. That is what we're seeing with these three stories here, guys. Wrapped XRP is coming to Ethereum. Why? Well, because Ripple is testing CBDC trials in Brazil. Why are they doing that? Well, because Warren Buffett's new bank will be landing in Brazil before the end of the year. So, again, tying all of that together, guys. Oh, and there's one more thing I do want to address. Now, I did say that Thanksgiving would be the day that we see a resolution. Now, I am aware that there was news that has come out recently that they have extended a certain deadline to January 14th. Okay, so that would kind of invalidate my Thanksgiving prediction. However, there's another date I have for you, and this one is actually a lot closer. Now, if you remember, there was a situation about a month ago with a YouTuber who was referring to XRP and a certain posting from a particular company. This particular company that does not currently list XRP had revealed a document stating that they were going to do it again. The date, and I've kept this date to myself ever since I've seen it, the 7th. I'll just say that, the 7th. If something happens this weekend centered around XRP and that company, I'll just go back to the technicals. I'll show you the chart, guys. I want to show you the chart. Oh, excuse me, that's my YouTuber report there. That's a whole different conversation video in itself, guys. YouTube's doing some great things, but gonna go over to the XRP chart before we get out of here, guys. And I want to show you again where I think, oh, look at that, XYO and crypto.com. Go, boys, go. Give me a second here. It's still a financially free Friday, guys. Hit the like button for financial freedom. One time, just hit the like button for financial freedom. But let's pull up this chart here. My advanced chart. And I want to show you what I see happening for XRP, guys. I have been looking at the monthly. Okay, I've been looking at the monthly for the total crypto market cap for Bitcoin. I'm probably going to do a video about that too after this one. But even on the monthly, you can see, guys, we are building something here. Okay, and we have the availability, according to this top band here, to be at $2 by the end of November. Okay, but it's the weekly that's the most interesting because of how close we are to this RSI level here. Okay, XRP, where it stands, it's, I guess you can call it undervalued, insanely undervalued at this current moment. But according to the technicals, guys, this is the safest zone. This is an accumulation period, essentially. What we have been watching play out with XRP over the last couple of months since it recovered after we had to crash in May, pushed a little bit further down through June, and then it was August where we broke above this moving average over the weekly. Let me bring this up here. We broke above that, right? And ever since then, it's just been an accumulation phase. Okay. But one thing I do want to show you is these two candles here on the 20th and from the 20th to the 27th. The week of September 20th, we came back down to that moving average, stayed there. It supported us. We were good to go. The following week, we then recovered the losses from the week before, and we have not gone back down beneath that since. Now, somebody who has been watching, I am someone who has been watching XRP. Like I said, it was one of the assets that I had first got into when I got into the space. So I have been, and even when I was trading, XRP was one of the assets that I would trade. So I am very familiar with XRP chart behavior, XRP price behavior. Okay. If there is an announcement, and let's pull up the daily chart. Okay. So the daily, as of today, isn't giving us any, as of right now, isn't giving us any good things to say in this current moment. But as the day progresses, guys, you can see here, if we come back down to $1.10, we're not going any lower than that. We have the contractions here forming, which will strengthen the support level that is set at that $1.10. Okay, so the technicals are showing, and the 4 hour is really verifying that, because on the 4 hour, it can break through on the 4 hour because we have to come back down to this bottom band. So expect us to potentially pull back down to about $1.10, $1.08 before XRP goes absolutely insane, guys. I guess you can call that a prediction for this month. I don't like to do predictions unless I really feel something. And with XRP, I feel something. Now, of course, guys, don't take this as financial advice, for I be not a financial advisor yet. But this is strictly just entertainment purposes, of course. I have to give you the disclaimer. But if we met in person and we were having a talk over lunch or whatever, I would tell you the same thing. XRP is about to go crazy, guys. XRP is going to go crazy, and no one is going to be prepared for it. Well, with the exception of you guys, because I'm giving you this information today. So very, very focused on XRP for this month of November, guys. And it's mainly because of history. It's because of things like this. Okay. And because of things like this, as well as things like this. So DeFi coming to XRP, guys, we actually saw that the prerequisites of that being laid with a project, I believe it was like VeraChain or something like that. But XRP coming to Ethereum brings XRP into the Ethereum ecosystem, which then opens it up to everything that Ethereum can do. Okay. And we've seen how that can affect the asset in the form of Polygon. Okay. Matic has not fallen off ever since it, came into prominence. So I'm looking for a similar thing to happen to XRP. Also, this is just one step closer to XRP being that payment rail for CBDCs, guys. We already know they've expanded in Europe and the Asian Pacific region. Now they're tackling Brazil and other Latin American countries. So with all that being said, guys, if you found value in this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that way you never miss an update. Also, if you want to get in contact with me directly, links will be in the description, or you can get down at me in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And of course, one more thing, guys. We have 10 days left. 10 days left until the CPRX airdrop. So make sure you scan the QR code or one of the links down in the description. Get signed up for this airdrop, guys. It's free crypto. That's hard to find in this space. So, and it's hard to find from a safe source. I'm giving you a safe source. I use it myself. So make sure you sign up for that, guys. 10 days left. The airdrop is November 15th. But with all that being said, guys, you know what I'm going to tell you. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. But most importantly, let's make this money. And I'll see y'all in the next one. It's my financially free dance because it's Friday.